Have a pursuit which we believe is taking place in the San Fernando Valley.
All right, let's check in with Rich Prickett. He's overhead in Sky 5. Hi, Rich.
Hello, Glenn and Lou. Another pursuit here, this time in the Pacoima area. We're westbound on Terabella at the moment. We just exited from the 5 freeway. You can see this stolen Toyota Camry, believed to be stolen somewhere out of the northern San Fernando Valley, or at least that's when LAPD decided to light this vehicle up. And as you can see, it has taken off and refusing to stop. We have several LAPD units that are following this Toyota Camry, as well as an air unit up above. As far as we know, they are in active pursuit. They had mentioned that they were going into surveillance mode. However, we are seeing some ground units that are in proximity. Again, we're on Terabella at Woodman, possibly in the Panorama City area at this point. Has come to a stop here at the intersection. We'll widen out here and see if those ground units are directly behind them. It looks like they have given them some cushion here. We saw them directly behind the car when they were on the 5 freeway just before it exited here on Terabella, and now behind a couple of cars here at a intersection light. So we'll see what direction he likes to take here. Again, we don't know how many people are on board or inside the car. We just now getting overhead here in Sky 5 HD, and let's see, I believe that's the car right there. Yes, it is. We got some tinted windows here, so it's going to be difficult to tell how many people are inside. We look like there was maybe a little bit of damage there on the passenger side. Just don't know if that happened during the course of this pursuit or before it was stolen. Again, somewhere reported out of the northern San Fernando Valley, blown through the stop sign there. We're in somewhat of a industrial slash residential area. Coming up on the major there, looks like Nordhoff squeezing by that one car, now in the opposite lane of traffic. Ooh, nearly missing those cars. He's trying to make his way back over onto the right side of traffic, blown through the intersection there, avoiding multiple cars. Now picking up some speed westbound again on Van Nuys Boulevard. Well, let's see. I believe that's Van Nuys Boulevard, towards the top of Van Nuys Boulevard. We're communicating with the Van Nuys Tower to try and get a better position here. Bear with me just one sec as we work to get directly overhead. Let me talk with the pilot here just for a moment.
Turned on the street. Yeah, I think he turned on a side street there.
Yeah, it's a little difficult sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, trying to talk on there and fly and try to figure out exactly where this suspect was. He took a left and amongst a lot of buildings, so he may have gotten a little lost, but Rich always finds him. So if you're just joining us, this pursuit likely started, they're thinking in the northern San Fernando Valley. It's an alleged stolen Toyota Camry with tinted windows. Not sure how many suspects are in the vehicle at this time. So far we know that he has been on the 5 freeway. He exited Terabella and then has just been in this industrial sort of area, running through intersections and driving on the opposite side of the street, but then at one point sat at a red light behind a vehicle very patiently and then decided to turn at that point. You can see some of the officers there behind him now. Now it looks like Rich has picked him back up again. So the pursuing officers right on his tail. Oh, of course, it's so ironic. Like there's another tinted Toyota Camry within 100 yards of each other.
Yeah, suddenly they're all popping up. Yeah, probably the most dangerous move. He turned onto Nordhoff.
Not entirely sure.
And went on the opposite side and then made a quick turn onto Van Nuys Boulevard. And that's when he took a right-hand turn after a couple of blocks onto a surface street that looked like there was a large collection of apartment buildings. Thinking maybe he would ditch the car and maybe run into one of those buildings. But like you said, we're suddenly seeing a lot of silver sedans that look very much like that Toyota Camry that was stolen.
What makes this one unique, though, is that front passenger side damage. So you can kind of figure out which car is which, just depending on that damage. Because they were behind one, but then, then that car is taking a right there. So I think Rich was on him.
Yep. Yeah, they're not.
I think it's the other one, but I'm not sure where the officer's going in that direction. Again, though, this in the valley, alleged stolen vehicle, a Toyota Camry, tinted windows. So it's a little intense here, just trying to keep up with the direction. You know, a lot of times when I'm out and about, people always ask, they're like, who thinks that they're going to get away with, you know, in a pursuit, and they're going to get away with it? And there is that percentage.
It's a small percentage, but you know, occasionally it does happen. You know, we've seen, especially what became a tactic for a while, is they would pull into the parking lot of a shopping mall, and then run into the shopping mall, and you know, maybe get a change of clothes or have a change of clothes with them, and just kind of disappear into the crowd of people. And those people, but they don't get away with the vehicle. You know, they have to ditch the vehicle to do that. But as you see, there's a bunch of apartment buildings down there. We saw them turn into that little neighborhood, and we kind of lost them there at that point. And like you said, a couple of vehicles that look like it might be the same silver Toyota Camry, but probably looks like that is not the case. So the black and white units are looking for them, Sky 5 looking for them, and of course a law enforcement helicopter up in the air, so maybe eventually this car will pop up again. As you see, there's a black and white unit right there.
Rich, was it initially LAPD on this pursuit?
Lou, yes, it was. LAPD was initially on pursuit here. Last known location we just got was Willis and Roscoe. We saw one silver car that was taken off, but again, it's difficult to tell if that is the car there, but that does appear to be another Camry. And we're trying to communicate with the air unit to see if they still have eyes on this as well. We saw a number of LAPD ground crews just kind of in all sorts of different directions. So not necessarily behind the Camry, so it's difficult to tell exactly which direction they were concentrating on here. But we do have eyes on at least a silver Camry here. We're going to keep eyes on this one for right now and see if this may be the one that was of interest. The one we were tracking a little earlier seemed to be going in an opposite direction, so we don't believe that was the one. But this one here seems to be driving somewhat erratic. So I'm going to stick with this Camry for right now, and we'll try and get an update as to where they believe this vehicle might be.
Well, and also, Rich,
now coming to a stop.
You noticed that noted that damage on the right-hand side of the vehicle for the original car that we were chasing.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little more damage than the one we had seen, although we did see some damage from the one we were showing you earlier. So when we get a chance, we'll try and make our way around on the passenger side, see if there is any damage. But I have reason to believe that this might be our car. Give us just a second here. We're talking with, we're listening up on the traffic from the air unit to the ground units, as well as the other helicopters that are up here with us, and just confirm that this is the car that we're looking at. But this one here just randomly has come to a stop here on a little side street off of Willis Ave, and Willis and Roscoe was the last location where it was seen. And you can see the driver in there moving against all the windows. Well, it's hard to say if that back window is open. It almost looks like it is, but we're not seeing anybody in the back there. For right now, we're somewhat restricted as to where we can circle around. So this is the angle that we have for the moment. Looks like somebody getting out of this car here. So we'll keep an eye on this person here and see where it goes. Looks to be a possible female driver here.
Rich, is there any information about this being, you know, the driver being armed and dangerous, or how the car was stolen?
No, not at this point. All we know is that they were saying it was a stolen vehicle. They didn't have any knowledge of the driver or how many people may be inside. Oh yeah, see that window is open. Just reaching back there, grabbing a couple of things. Look like some books to bring up to the front seat there. Didn't see anybody else getting out. Just looks like the one woman in the driver's seat, and we'll see if she gets back in and takes off again. We're looking out the window to see if any of the patrol cars are going to swoop up on this particular car. Again, we're not positive this is a car, but this appears to be the car. So give me just a few seconds here as we work through this.
Also, too, you know, she could realize that she was that she evaded, and now she's just trying to play it cool, like she's just a gal on the side of the street,
Yeah,
getting some notebooks out of the trunk.
Yeah, I was going to do some studying for a test I have here,
Yes.
pulled off of this, a random street in the San Fernando Valley.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then hope that everyone goes away.
Well, I'm a little surprised that no black and white units have showed up at this point. But if that is, in fact, the vehicle, hopefully the law enforcement helicopter that's up there is also has an eye on this situation, and certainly I'm sure they're checking out the video. We have too, the live images we're bringing in. But we again believe this is a stolen Toyota Camry. No information on exactly how, if it was stolen, if it's a carjacking. Pretty erratic driving on some surface streets, going on the other side of the road. We saw at one point at the intersection of Nordhoff and Van Nuys Boulevard, making a turn on Van Nuys, and now she's putting up a sun shield up in the window.
Dave, let me know if you see any patrol units pulling up.
Okay.
Yeah, so Glenn and Lou, it looks like she's basically content with parking here right now. You can see her putting up the sun visor. She's got her whatever she needed from the trunk in the driver's seat there. And not even sure if the car is running at this point, but we're not seeing any ground units pull up on this car. We do know that the air unit is directly overhead, and we're fairly certain that this was the vehicle that was being pursued. So we should, you know, again, the air unit is going to give coordinates to the ground units, and the ground units should be making you would think, a move up to the car to at least, you know, find out what is going on, likely detain and question this person at the least, determine whether or not this car was, you know, indeed stolen, and, you know, figure out why, you know, she refused to stop, you know, when they initially lit her up. So, again, here we are. It's just kind of a waiting game at this point. We're in the, I believe this is the Panorama City, maybe Van Nuys area of the San Fernando Valley, where this car has just come to a rest.
Any word if they're going to sit back and just sort of watch her from the air?
Well, they did, yes. There's always the surveillance mode aspect of it, but the fact that this car has basically just come to a stop, I would think that they would want to follow up on this and bring in some patrol cars, but we're just not seeing that at this point. And it looks like we also have another helicopter that might be arriving here on scene. I thought maybe it was another law enforcement helicopter, but it's not. So disregard that. But, you know, the helicopter's still overhead. No ground units directly in vicinity. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on this car and see what happens.
Okay, well, I'm sure that at some point in the next couple of minutes, black and white units will pull up. This is, again, video from earlier. It is a female driver, and she gets out of the car here in just a moment and goes back and opens up the trunk, takes some, looks like some notebooks, maybe some papers, maybe some books out of the trunk, and then gets back in the car on an extremely hot day.
Very random.
Yeah.
It never fails to like just be random.
Always something new.
Always something new.
Was I working with you the other day, or Samantha, when it was like a clown car?
Oh yeah, like
The car
five
doors
people
open
got out
and
of
like
it.
5 or 6 people came
Yeah, we
running
thought
out.
it was one driver and 5 people bailed.
All ran into an apartment building. Yeah.
And it always does seem like the cars that are being pursued have tinted windows, so you can't see inside. It's really interesting. They'll probably try to figure out the best way to approach her, so like how Rich mentioned, so she doesn't take off again, because that's what puts people in danger.
Well, there's a black and white unit, so we'll see if he makes a left-hand turn here. Nope. Okay, maybe he's doing some observation. Usually they will approach from the front. I mean, that's usually where they have the standoff. So.
Yeah, let's come to the dead-end street there. Let's see, that is Valley Traffic Unit. Initially, we had some mission units that were directly behind. Again, you know, he's in contact with the air unit, so the air unit sees this guy. He's going to, you know, help the officer get into position. So flipping around here, going to make that left turn, and we can see the silver car still parked on the street there. So we'll find out here in just a moment whether the woman wants to come out of the car or will actually take off. Almost there. Still trying to figure out exactly which car it is. We, you know, just like us, saw plenty of silver sedans that were driving around the San Fernando Valley. So, all right, there we go.
Oh, there
Off
we
to
go.
the races again here.
Well, we know we got the right vehicle.
Yeah, so officers tried to make a approach. They had their doors open. Looks like she's taking that sunscreen down at least, so she can see where she's going. But here we are off to the races again. Somewhat like mostly an industrial area here in the, I believe this to be the Van Nuys area of the San Fernando Valley. So, you know, we didn't see any other people that were in the vehicle. We had the rear window that was down for a time. It looks like she might have rolled that one up. So all the windows are up, slightly tinted as far as we know, just one female driver that's in this possible stolen silver Camry. And we'll wait out here and see if that LAPD unit decided to back off. Dave, do you see the ground unit there? Did he back off? Okay, so it looked like it came to a stop. Now we have a view of that passenger side. And, well, we did that briefly. Going under the tracks here, so we're coming up on, we're on Van Nuys Boulevard at this moment. But you can see that damage there to the doors on the passenger side. So that's what we were noticing earlier. And now just in traffic here on Van Nuys Boulevard, coming to a stop. You know, one thing here is she's not trying to force her way through the cars, not driving up on the sidewalk. So, you know, that's a sigh of relief there. And LAPD will, you know, especially if she continues to drive this way, will likely just keep tabs from the air and just see where she's willing to go. So continuing here, still southbound, now making a right-hand turn there. So now we're westbound on Keswick from Van Nuys. Still driving in this, you know, industrial area here. So we don't know if she's familiar or just kind of driving aimlessly around the valley. She was in Burbank at one time. So they, you know, they initially lit this car up in the northern San Fernando Valley. She made her way onto the 5 freeway and drove down the 5 freeway all the way into Burbank, exited near the Empire Center before eventually just getting back on the 5 freeway, and got off in the Pacoima area. And now we're making our way through Van Nuys here on Raymer and Keswick.
All right, Rich.
Still no ground units directly behind.
If you're just joining us, it's 12:30. I'm Lou Parker along with Glenn Walker here on the KTLA 5 News at noon. We've been following this pursuit for at least about 30 minutes now. A Toyota Camry, tinted windows, allegedly a stolen vehicle. Now this vehicle is pulled over and is going to try to park again for the second time. We've seen the female driver stop and sort of, okay, so now she's making some
hand gestures
out of the window. We've seen her drive erratically on surface streets going the opposite direction, just a really erratic, blowing through intersections. But I'd say the last 15 minutes or so, she did pull over and sit for a while, got out, got some notebooks out of the trunk, and maybe out of the back seat, and then sat for a while, put the sun visor in the windshield, and but then an LAPD squad unit came up behind her and she took off again. So now she's sort of doing the same thing again.
Yeah, has been driving a little bit on the wrong side of the road a few times, like on this industrial street where it's not really, as it wasn't a problem, but you can see the officer, as soon as they opened the door of the black and white unit, she took off again. Pretty much driving at some pretty safe speeds. So this is the second time she's pulled over in this general same industrial area, and we'll see what happens next. Again, the last black and white unit to pull up, she took off again, so maybe next time they'll come and they'll be able to pin her in and she won't be able to leave.
Yeah, they may opt to bring in more units this time around. We're not seeing any other people in the car, at least in the passenger seat. Didn't seem to be anybody in the rear driver's side. So You can see her kind of moving around there. I haven't necessarily seen a cell phone. You know, there's times where, you know, they may call into the police department and try and make contact and try to explain their case, but I'm not seeing that for right now. But she did. Last time she stopped, we saw her go to the trunk, grab a couple of notebooks, bring that up to the front seat. We saw one LAPD unit try to make an approach, and that's when she took off pretty quick. And now we're only a few blocks away from that location where she initially stopped. Still not seeing any patrol cars, but, you know, again, you know, the helicopter overhead will try and guide in as many units as they deem necessary. And it is possible they could decide to drive down the street on both ends and try and box her in. But, you know, we don't know what she's capable of. We don't know if she's going to try any sort of dangerous maneuver, you know, as far as the squad cars. But I would imagine that they will try and make another approach here very shortly. So trying to look out the window here as to exactly where she's at. But again, we're just kind of in an industrial area. We saw her gesturing out the window, but didn't necessarily see anybody directly across the street. We're seeing a couple of people that are out here on the road. Don't think they know exactly what is happening inside that car or any sort of relation, but there are some people out here. These people, they might be in the know. It looks like they got a cell phone out here and maybe watching a little bit of coverage and was expecting this person. Oh, well, we got a couple of other people out here. This is quite interesting here. Yeah. So it looks like they really are just walking right up to this Camry. Don't know if they...
they have no idea.
Kind of interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, they're just going to continue walking here. So, but yeah, a couple of people out here on the road. You know, likely workers that are just kind of in the vicinity, making their way over to their car. And I see someone on their bike here. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's business as usual here on this little side street. Again, she's just kind of parked, not really, you know, any movements out the window. Looks like she's got all the windows up at this point. And again, it's just the waiting game of how long it's going to take to get some ground units along this street.
Well, she has to be sitting there with the engine running because you know, this time of year, I mean, she's gonna burn up sitting in that car. So she's got to be sitting there with the AC running. I would think, which is not going to help her fuel situation.
It's about 90 degrees down there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, and you know, it is a Camry. We don't know if it's a hybrid or, you know, if it's electric or what. But yeah, I mean, it's like the vehicle can only run for so long here, and we don't know what the condition of the car was when she, you know, got into it initially. And you know, again, this is reported as a possible stolen, so you know, we'll wait and find out here. But again, you can see it's just kind of business as usual here on this little side street. We're just parallel the tracks that run down the center of the San Fernando Valley. We'll widen out here, kind of just give you a scope of what we're looking at. You can see the helicopter that's circling right overhead. So it definitely has eyes on her, and we'll let the units know as she takes off and going. But you know, she didn't put up the sunscreen this time. We saw her put up that visor last time she parked, but she's opting not to do that this time. And you can see the sun that's just blaring right through the front windshield there. So again, it's just a waiting game here. We'll see how long it takes to get units in here and see if she will comply this time, or if she's going to attempt to take off once again.
And Rich, did I hear you say that likely they will just monitor, since she's parked, monitor her from the air for a moment?
Well, yes, they could do that. It's, you know, they've gone off and on in surveillance mode. So, you know, they'll have units behind, and then she'll take off, and then they opt to go back into surveillance mode. So just meaning the helicopter's keeping tabs on her, and then she came to a stop. It took, I don't know, I would say good 5-10 minutes or so before they finally brought in a Valley traffic unit to try and make an approach on the car. She took off. Now we're a few blocks away and waiting once again. So we'll see if they bring in some more Valley traffic. They'll bring in Van Nuys officers. Initially it was the Mission division that lit this vehicle up somewhere in the northern portion of the San Fernando Valley before she took off and hopped onto the 5 freeway. So we know she's willing to evade. we know she's willing to drive on the wrong side of the road, and then we can see, it looks like, you see the people on the sidewalk here just across the street. They got their cell phones out, so I think they have an idea as to what's happening here. Yeah. Right. Oh, we got somebody walking the tracks here. Okay. So just somebody walking along the tracks here. But
Rich.
Yeah, there's certainly some workers out here on the street that know that she's parked here.
All right, Rich, keep an eye on the situation. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the KTLA 5 News at noon. We'll be right back. All right, we're going to take you back to that breaking news. The LAPD in pursuit of a stolen car that apparently was on the move during a commercial break.
Let's check back in with Rich Prickett. Hi, Rich. What happened?
Hi. So shortly after we went to break, she did take off. She was driving actually pretty quick down that little surface street that we saw in the industrial area. Waited a couple of blocks, came to a stop again. Looked like she was shuffling around with the paperwork that she took out from the trunk earlier, and it looked like maybe she was getting ready to exit the car. But now here we are. We're seeing it live. She's taken off once again. We saw a couple of other cars that kind of rolled up on the street as well. We don't know if they know the person that's driving this car, or if they're just kind of watching the coverage and just trying to get, in the picture. But nonetheless, she's moving once again. We were hearing some chatter from LAPD. They know that she's on the move. They're going to try and make some set up a couple of ways to prevent her from continuing to drive, but we've yet to see that. It looks like she's kind of getting boxed in here. Everyone is trying to turn around on this narrow street here. So there could be something in the roadway that we're going to see here shortly. Very shortly here. It looked like she somewhat clipped that utility truck. Still on Raymer Street around Kester. There's a Target right here on the north side of Raymer. So they definitely want to try and keep her out of. There goes the spike strip.
Back tire.
That might have been successful. Looked like rolled right underneath the rear tires there. So we'll see if we start to see some smoke here very shortly. Maybe a little rubber that starts flying off from the tires, but really picking up some speed here. About 60 miles an hour on this narrow two-way street here. So, they definitely want to get her slowed down as soon as possible. And now that they have performed that spike, I think there's a good chance that they will start to bring in more units to get directly behind her. And maybe we'll see the pit at some point. But for right now, hopefully that pit or the spike strip was successful, and will hopefully slow her down as she makes her way through the Van Nuys area. Again, she's somewhat making her way. Looks like another spike strip attempt here. Well, she's slowed down.
No.
Officers, Valley traffic officers have their guns drawn. They're asking her, giving her commands. So it looks like she may have her hands up here, or at least one. We'll see if she opts to get out from the car. But that spike strip, I don't know, it doesn't look like it gets entirely deployed. So I'm not sure how successful it will be if she decides to just drive forward. But she does have contact with the officers right now. And I saw a little bit of smoke there. I'm not sure if that was just something that was in her hand or not. But you see officers have their guns trained on her. And we'll just kind of wait and see if what she decides to do. But hopefully some more ground units will get in here. Maybe they can kind of box her in. It looks like we got another 2 officers here, 2 squad cars that have rolled up from the Mission Division. Now that they all have their guns trained on her. So, as long as she complies here, doesn't try and back up into these officers, then this should end without any sort of incident. But now they're putting out another spike strip here. Officers trying to make their way around, try and get out of any sort of crossfire situation. So we may not see another officer directly in front of her until they're situated here. But you can see her just kind of hanging out the side window there, talking with officers. Doesn't look like she's ready to give up just yet, but time will tell here.
Well, the good news is at least she's got both her hands out, so she doesn't have a weapon apparently, so that's good.
Yeah, that is certainly a good sign here. That helps to calm the officers here as they because that's always a fear that she's got. That any of these drivers have something that can harm officers. So looks like why she's not using the door handle, I don't know, but out she comes through the window with everything that was in the trunk that she gathered earlier. So now she's out of the car. Looks like she's compliant at this point, backing up with her arms being shown here. Officers will still be on guard here. They don't know if anybody else is in that car, so they'll make an approach here. Ooh, that pavement's got to be hot. So yeah, so they'll have her up here in a moment, but it looks like she's down there in the felony prone position, as they call it, and officers will start to make an approach on this silver Camry in just a moment. Make sure no one else is in there. Before we know it, we should see the fingers go up, signaling a code 4, which means that this incident has come to a conclusion. So here we go. Taking a look. Tough to see in there with all those tinted windows. I would imagine they asked her if anyone else was in the car, but nonetheless, they will search it anyway. And here we go. Okay. And they're going to pop the trunk here, make sure no one else is in the trunk. You can see one of those officers has one of those less than lethal rifles, you know, in the event that they needed to use that. You know, the odds are, you know, she had her hand shown. She didn't show any signs of being armed, but if she decided to be resistant, then, you know, that might be a situation where they may opt to use something like that, or maybe a taser. But here we are. We're going to check the trunk here. It didn't appear that anybody was in the trunk when we saw it earlier. And there you go, the code 4 signal to the helicopter up above. And it looks like she's been taken up off of the asphalt here and up against the car with cuffs on.
Oh, good to see that she, has been apprehended here. Again, an alleged stolen Toyota Camry. This pursuit coming to an end. A female driver throughout the San Fernando Valley has been arrested here and will be headed to jail.
And a textbook finish, just the way you want it to end.
Yep.